Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Listen, if you are new here, welcome. You are watching Southern Crush at Home. My name is Melanie Ferguson, and if you like what you see here, I would love to invite you to subscribe by hitting the little subscribe button and then hit that notification bell. That way, every single time I put out a new video, you will know first. So this week, I'm so excited. I literally made a brand new modern glam mirror out of an old mirror that was doing me no good out in the garage. So I took a couple of wood appliques along with my favorite Rust-Oleum Imagine paint in the soft chrome gold color. It is brand new and I think you're going to love the look that it gives. Sit back, relax, and see how it transforms this old mirror into a gold mirror. First thing for this project is you're going to need an old mirror. Mine is nice and scratched up and dented. It was doing nothing for me sitting out in my garage. You can also find some inexpensive ones online that I'll link below, and then these wood appliques, I'll link a few of those as well. You definitely want to get your hands on this Rustoleum Imagine in soft gold chrome. It is an amazing color that transforms any piece of decor into something amazing. So first up, we're going to remove the screws on the back of your mirror. Hopefully you found a mirror that actually has a backing where you can remove the mirror from the frame, because this is going to make your transformation and spray painting processes so much easier. Otherwise, you will need to take some painter's tape and tape off the mirror portion of your frame and do your best to work around the wood appliques. I promise this is the much easier way. Once you get those off, you can remove the backing, and then of course finally you can take that flathead screwdriver and pop up the mirror ever so carefully and remove it as well from the frame. Now again, mine had a little scratch in it, so I went ahead and used this 150 grit sandpaper to smooth out that one edge, because that will show when you are using spray paints. Then I took some cleaning agent and decided to clean the mirror, because again, this one had been sitting out in my garage and it had a lot of yucky, weird, I don't know, junk on it. So I spent a little bit of time just making sure that this mirror was clean. Now you're going to arrange your wood appliques. I had them just the way I wanted them, and then I messed it up, so I couldn't figure out where I had them, and so I spent some time going back over them and figuring out where they looked best. Again, this is all preference, but ultimately this is the way I decided to add them. Now I'm using a little bit of hot glue just along the edges that are going to be pressed against the wood frame. Now this is a process that's really effective, where you take hot glue and add it first for the instant adhesive, and then you can add this E6000 for the permanent adhesive. I'm just pressing lightly onto that so that it will go ahead and stick immediately with the help of that hot glue. And then I'm going to do that to each piece. Again, carefully making sure that I'm eyeballing where the glue needs to go, because it does not need to go on the open edge of the wood applique, as that will not be touching anything. So I made sure to be careful to only use a small thin bead of hot glue so that it wouldn't make too much of a mess. And then I kind of got distracted and I forgot to add the E6000 there on that piece, but I know it'll be all right because it is hanging in my house, in my entryway, and it is not going to get roughed up very often or in the temperatures outside. So again, this is the best and most effective way, but again, if you do not have the E6000, it's going to be okay. But I went back to it with this last little piece just to kind of add that extra layer of adhesive so that it won't go anywhere. I absolutely love the look of these wood applique flowers. I found them at a thrift shop. I will link a few other options below. Now, this is the fun part for me. I went ahead and picked out all of the little pieces of hot glue that were left behind that maybe seeped out from underneath the appliques when I pressed it into the wood frame of the mirror. This part is totally optional, but I liked making sure that it was a clean piece when I started to spray paint. Now you're going to want to do this in a ventilated area. I took mine outside and put it on some craft paper, and then you're going to want to go in light, even strokes, going both directions to get a thorough coating. This Rust-Oleum Imagine Chrome Soft Gold paint is such a beautiful color. It transforms this old mirror that I had actually painted over a couple different times from dreary and not so great into a modern glam look. Look at how this is transforming it. I absolutely love seeing when something comes to life, especially when it's so simple and easy to do. This is how those appliques are turning out. You just need to make sure to get in all of the grooves, get in all of the sides of your mirror frame. So then you're going to want to make sure that you are hitting the edges on the outside of the frame as well. And so if you cannot get to them, you might want to turn it up on its side. But this was pretty effective just to kind of tilt the can over, and it does spray from all directions, which I love. Now you can actually flip over your frame at this point and spray the back of the appliques. These might show through on your mirror as a reflection, so you're going to want to make sure that they match. I didn't spray paint the rest of my frame on the back, really just making sure I hit the back of these little appliques because they will be in a portion of the mirror where you can still see through them. Well, now we are ready to reassemble our mirror. So add your mirror back in, carefully of course, and then put that backing back in place. And I just took this little piece of painter's tape to keep my screws all in one place so that I did not get them lost. It's just a quick little tip to show you that that was how I saved them. Now, I am screwing these back in, but I think I'm going to show you here. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I put those little screws down into the tape just to kind of keep them, like I said, in one place. I'm famous for losing them, dropping them, or what have you during a project, so that was just a little hack. Now get your mirror reattached, the backing reattached, screw all the screws in. Of course I would use a drill, but these screws were so tiny that this little miniature hand screwdriver did the trick. Now this is a fun tip. You can take a piece of painter's tape and strip it across the back of your mirror and mark where the screws should go. Lay the tape across your wall and screw the screws in, and then remove the tape. And voila, you can hang your mirror without putting multiple screw holes into the wall. What do you think? Do you love how this mirror turned out? It is so modern and glam now. I especially love those little appliques and the look that this gives my entry now. It's like it's a complete refresh. This is just another angle, and you can see the soft gold and how it just looks. Now this is in the morning. That was the evening. This is in the morning. You can see how the color just pops, and it really goes actually with my lamp there and the rest of my decor. Well, what did you think? Did you love that transformation as much as I did? I love my new mirror. I think it is super fun and modern in my entryway. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.